Well, I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by Captain Chuck Hayes. Chuck, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Yes.
Now, we're talking about impaired driving under the influence of drugs. Is this a big issue?
It is a big issue, and it just continues to grow, not only in the United States, but outside our borders as well. So it's an issue that is, just seems to continue to grow, and so we have to be concerned about it.
How dangerous is this?
It's a dangerous thing because people can relate to drunk driving, and so we know through the 20, 30 years of all of the education and work that's been done with alcohol, but people are not as up to speed, I suppose, and educated when it comes to drugs other than alcohol. So it is very important and very dangerous.
We've been doing this TV program here now for a number of years, and almost every time we've been talking about campaigns to legalize marijuana, and the IACP's often opposition to this. But it seems to roll on, doesn't it? And marijuana is being legalized in a lot of different states. That must make your job harder.
It does, because there's a lot of education that has to be done, and there are more states now that are looking at different types of legalization of marijuana. And so as we look at those states and as those laws may be passed, well, then we all have to be concerned about what is this going to do, how is it going to impact us on highway safety, how are our roadways going to be affected now that we have people that understand that marijuana is legal and so I can use it, but how does that impact them when they get behind the wheel of a car?
So what's the message that you have at the conference for chiefs and senior officers who are attending this week?
Well, number one is be educated and understand the facts, because the marijuana today, and we say this a lot, is not the same marijuana that was 20 or 30 years ago. So marijuana is much more potent, it has a higher THC content, and so people that maybe 20 or 30 years ago that maybe had some sort of familiarization with marijuana, it's not the same today. And so it definitely can be more impairing. And then understand also that people, the public doesn't always understand the fact that, okay, I can use marijuana, become impaired, but is that impaired driving? And so again, that's part of the education, part of the training. And then we also want law enforcement officers and administrators and law enforcement leaders to understand that we're doing a lot of training through the IACP to get police officers up to speed so that they can recognize the signs of marijuana impairment and drug impairment at roadside.
Well, Chuck, thank you ever so much indeed for talking to us. Really appreciate it, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you.